Hello and welcome to the Road to $1 Million, the series where I try to make $1 million before I graduate from university. Today, sitting at 20 subscribers, 11 videos, as well as back over $100,200. So as you can tell from the thumbnail from yesterday's video, we did get a nice little bounce from this support that I drew out for you guys in the last couple of videos. However, after getting this nice little 5% bounce from the support level that I've been talking about in the last couple of videos, as well as this descending line of resistance here, which also has some confluence with the resistance level that is right here as well. So in my opinion, this is going to be pretty strong resistance that will just be really hard to break here. However, if we do get a breakout from this with at least a 4-hour candle close, then in my opinion, the next price target would be the 2021 all-time high at around $69,400. This actually brings me to my next point, which is the liquidation heat map. Over the last couple of days, the sentiment has, of course, been pretty bearish. And now I'm seeing a lot of people saying we're going back to 50K, which may happen, of course. However, I don't think their reasoning is as strong as they think it is. So they are saying there's a lot of liquidity right here, so it must hit this target. I just want to show you guys that there's also a lot of liquidity, in fact, about $15 billion worth of liquidity at this 25K level here, which in my opinion, we're not seeing a 25K Bitcoin coming soon. And, if we actually do, then something has gone terribly wrong. So we have bigger problems at that point. My point being here that just because there's a lot of liquidity here on the downside doesn't mean that we have to actually reach that target. It can just remain there, right? Now, if we zoom into the even shorter term heat map, so the 1 week, we can see that at about $69,000 here, there is $1 billion worth of liquidations, which it looks, in my opinion, to be really close to this current price action that we are currently at. So even if we just get this move up here, sweep all of that liquidity, and then get a big move down again, wouldn't be strange, but it would liquidate a lot of people. So in my opinion, this may be pretty likely. Now, as for the next couple scenarios that may play out, I want to draw out a couple scenarios here, which in my opinion might be likely, but of course, none of this is financial advice, and I also don't know exactly where we're going. I'm simply talking about all of this because I have a lot of money in the market, and I want to have some idea of what may happen in the future. First things first, a pretty bearish scenario here would be if we get rejected from this level here, then in my opinion, we're definitely seeing 60K again. We may actually even go lower. I think once we don't hold that 60K level right here, in my opinion, it's not looking good, and 50K is actually pretty likely at that point. One thing that may also help with this, so what you're looking at is the Bitcoin ETF flow table, and we're looking at this green bar here at the top because this is March 19th. First of all, you can see that these ETFs at the top here had really low inflows in comparison to the averages that you see in the third row here. GBTC, which is the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF, got a huge outflow of $450 million on a single day, which in total of the big Grayscale outflow, as well as the low inflows in the other ETFs, we got a total of $320 million of outflows from these Bitcoin ETFs. So in my opinion, this could actually cause a further dump to the downside. If these ETF outflows are really going to be really big every day, well, then of course we just see the reverse of everything that happened in the last couple of weeks where they were buyers. Okay, so that is something that we have to be mindful of. Next scenario would be that we break this, just sweep all of this liquidity here, and then from there we may just get some choppy price action as people are taking profits, but other people are trying to get into the market. And then last but not least, I think this is the least likely scenario, but it would just be that we break this, we break the previous all-time high, no problem, slice through it like butter, and we're going to 85K, boys. 85K by next week. In my opinion, this is really unlikely, but of course I can't say that it won't happen. In my opinion, it will likely just be a combination of scenario 1 and 2. So we either get a lot further downside here, or we actually break this and then we get some choppy sideways price action as we're trying to break that 2021 all-time high at about $69,400. So what am I doing in each one of these scenarios? First of all, I was a buyer about right here at around 62K yesterday, as I showed you in my videos, and I showed the altcoins that I was buying. Of course, as you can see on the right here, today they're doing pretty well. Pretty happy with that. So I'm not buying if we just break this and we get some choppy sideways price action, okay? However, if we actually break down here, then I will be a buyer at this 56K level as well as this 52K level. I will start buying again. I still have money on the sidelines just waiting to be deployed. So in the case that we do get a rejection here and we break down to either 56K or 52K, I would absolutely love that because I will be buying more at pretty cheap prices in comparison to where we will be a couple months from now. Here, if we're just moving side to side, I don't know if I will be a buyer or not. I will just take it one day at a time and see what the market gives me. If we just get some really sharp pullback for what looks to be no reason, I may just scoop up a little dips now and again. But that would about sum up the extent of how much buying I'm doing. And then in this scenario here, we blast off to 85K, no problem. I'm not buying, I'm probably only selling. Okay, so let's just take it one day at a time. Just wanted to share my thoughts here. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to show you guys. Yesterday, I told you I was buying Pepe. I think I literally timed the bottom here. Then today in class, one of my friends who's also trading crypto told me it's World Frog Day and that's why Pepe will be pumping. And then we got a 28% pump from this level here. So this is really funny to me. That this is how the crypto market behaves. Here you can see it, 20th of March is World Frog Day. And this is, of course, the reason for the Pepe pump. It should have been obvious to all of us, but I think most of us missed it here. However, in my case, I will just be holding on to this position, even if this position gets absolutely wrecked here and we go all the way down to these lows here. I really don't care. I will be buying more at these lower levels simply because I genuinely think Pepe might go to $10 billion or something like this during the mania phase of this bull run. So this is why I really don't mind buying more. I think I got a really nice discount already at like a 40-50% discount here. So I'm really happy with my position and will be continuing to hold from here. Now the same is true for WIF here. I told you guys, hey, we're down 40% from the all-time high. And this is where I bought at the green line. So today I'm up about 18%. Pretty happy with that so far. Same is true for WIF, by the way, as it is for Pepe. I will hold regardless until we are further in the bull run. Again, that this could easily hit a $10 billion market cap, which would be like a 3x from here. One more thing I do want to note here is that regardless of if we end up seeing a move down here and we go to this level or we go to this level, either way, like long term, I think most of us here are bullish. And so we are all expecting us to go higher at some point. If you are freaking out at this point because we're moving down 20% and you're considering selling out all of your positions because we're going lower, in my opinion, you don't need to do that because you can just hold down lower if you're not using any leverage, which I would personally not recommend doing unless you really know what you're doing. So regardless of where we get the bounce, if we get it here, or we get it at the bottom here, we're all expecting prices to go higher a couple months from now. We may get some choppy sideways price action around this all-time high level as we're trying to break it over the next couple days, couple weeks. But eventually we break higher. And once we break higher, the move up will be very violent and a lot of people are going to miss it. So this is just my take on it. So yeah, that's about all I have time for today, guys. Interesting here, as I'm still recording this video, is that we are, first of all, literally at this downward sloping trend line, as well that we are at $65,860, and the end of this resistance level is at 66,000. So we may actually see a breakout from this short-term trend here. Only time will tell. I think this is going to be a really important moment over the next couple hours here to show us what will happen over the next couple days. This has been today's update video. Quick note, guys, if you are not in the Discord server yet, go and join it. The link is in the description. and you can just join this for free. The first 100 people to join get this OG role here, which may have some exclusive benefits in the future. And also, we are at 20 subscribers. I would love to get to 25 subscribers, which is the next goal. So if you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you are subscribed already, share it with a friend so they can watch the video and maybe join us on this journey as well. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.